Welcome to the OnlyFans Secrets Marketing Podcast. The goal of this podcast is to help both new and established OnlyFans creators learn the basics of online branding, marketing, and promotion to help you make more money with your content and maximize your time online. My name is Richard Lewis, and I have over 20 years of internet marketing experience. All right, so let's get started with today's topic. And that topic is how to set up your OnlyFans sales funnel. All right, so I want to say I appreciate all of you who saw the title of this episode and decided to click on it for a listen, as the topic of sales funnels isn't exactly exciting stuff. But I promise you it is one of the key factors in your success as a content creator. Understanding how to set up and create a sales funnel will help you make more money and attract more fans to your OnlyFans page. So in this episode, I have a lot of ground to cover. I'm going to go over why setting up a sales funnel is important, how a sales funnel works, how to set one up, how to use one to make more money, the different types of sales funnels you should set up, as well as going over how you can use custom domains and links pages like Linktree and AllMyLinks effectively to grow your business. All right, so let's dive right in. And as always, you can follow along with this podcast at the blog of SEObounty.com. And you can go to SEObounty.com/138. That is SEObounty.com/138 for the 138th episode of this podcast. And you can both read along and also see the diagrams of the different funnel types. So I highly recommend that you do that. All right. So I have discussed many times that ideally OnlyFans should act as the last stop for your marketing and social media promotion efforts. But how do you set up your OnlyFans sales funnel in the most effective way? So I'm going to discuss the types of sales funnels that you can set up, as well as the ideal way to create effective sales funnels for OnlyFans. All right, so why setting up a sales funnel is important. So sales funnels help you organize your profitability by leading your potential buyers down the rabbit hole you wish them to take. If you don't create a sales funnel, then they are more likely to veer off the path and never give you any of their money. So here are several advantages to setting up a sales funnel. First, it focuses your revenue stream to the highest profit areas. So without a sales funnel, you can imagine a scenario where potential clients are finding your brand online and then ending up at several different endpoints, some of which are profitable and others that are not. Think of it like a maze you would draw in class when you were bored, that you would have one entrance and one exit and a lot of dead ends along the way. You don't want to get potential buyers in a maze and lead them to a dead end. They may just give up and never come back. With a sales funnel, you can build one maze, but with 0 dead ends and an exit that always leads them to your OnlyFans page or other profit center. Sales funnels also allow you to send 100% of your clients to the same most profitable website, which will in turn maximize your profits. All right, next advantage is it makes every post you post everywhere important. So the daily grind of social media posts and OnlyFans promotion can sometimes seem endless, especially if you don't see a cohesive connection between what you are posting on some sites and apps. How can a post on TikTok help when it's just of you talking about, your favorite cosmetics, you might think to yourself, and eventually just abandon the platform? But with a sales funnel, you know that all of your effort on TikTok is part of a greater strategy to get people into your funnel and towards the end goal. So when you post on Facebook or Instagram or even a new social media platform with, not a ton of followers yet, as long as you work them into your sales funnel, you know that even the smallest posts can have a huge impact and make you more money in the long term. All right, next advantage is it allows you to switch out the end of your funnel as needed. So as you know, if you've been in the content creation industry for a while, rules change and so do companies and their terms of service. One day a company could be a great place to post content and get a lot of great feedback, and a few months later the site could be dead or have brand new rules that prevent you from posting the kind of content you were succeeding with. This means you'd have to switch your content over to another site, platform, or app. But what if you had made everything contingent on that one site to succeed? You'd now be looking at starting back over from scratch. That is not the case if you build a sales funnel, because you can pretty easily switch out the site you want to lead everyone to at the end of your funnel. This gives you a lot of flexibility to move to platforms that offer the most flexibility and the highest profit. With a sales funnel, you don't have to worry about constantly starting from scratch or having the rug pulled out from under you by a big company and their arbitrary new rules. All right, the next advantage is it makes safe for work sites an ally and not an enemy. Okay, so most OnlyFans creators are creating not safe for work content on a regular basis, while most major social media sites with very large audiences try to be as safe for work as possible so as to make the most money and attract the most sponsors themselves. This means that in many ways, safe for work platforms like Instagram and Facebook can feel like the enemy at times, as they limit the kind of content and promotion you can do on their platforms. This is not the case if you look at these kinds of sites as allies in driving people along a path from your safe for work content to your more racier OnlyFans content. Each of these bigger social media sites' audiences are now part of your greater strategy to drive traffic into your funnel and eventually out the other end to your paid content pages. All right, now the last advantage. It keeps your marketing efforts organized and focused. When you build a sales funnel, you are creating a system for success. This system needs to be organized and focused in order to succeed. If any one part of the funnel is weak or broken, it could stop your sales flow and hurt your bottom line. This means that you will need to get serious about organizing yourself with a social media, content, and work calendar to make sure that your sales are not affected. By building your sales funnel piece by piece, you will also be able to tell those areas that are the most effective at driving positive traffic into the funnel and those areas that might be a waste of time. This means you are going to be highly focused on those areas that provide the most conversion and performance. Many times your marketing can feel haphazard and all over the place when trying to build up your online brand and succeed. You'll be able to tell if your efforts are paying off because you'll be able to measure the results at the end of your funnel each month. You can even add new sites to your funnel to see if they improve your sales and subscribers. This in turn will help you create an effective and viable marketing campaign for your OnlyFans page. All right, now that we know the advantages of a sales funnel, how do you set up a sales funnel and how do sales funnels work? All right, so first let's just go over how a sales funnel works. So for those of you who follow the podcast for a long time or read my blog, you'll know that I created a thirst trap for TikTok. And you'll remember that. And you remember the fact that I talked about sales funnels in regard to TikTok because it is a safe for work platform. And thus you need to move your fans from that site to your intended profitable site. So that is the essential nature of a funnel, to move your fans from a platform that might have low profit potential to one like OnlyFans that has the potential for high profit. right? So how do you set up a sales funnel? In order to create a sales funnel, you have to identify the core elements that will go into the funnel. You need a starting point as well as an intended endpoint, and one or even several paths along the way depending on your goals. All right, so first, you identify your starting point. Your starting point should be a site with a heavy amount of traffic or where a good amount of your fans congregate. As mentioned, this is typically a safe for work platform that might not be friendly to OnlyFans or content that you make on that site. Depending on the rules of that site, you may need a secondary funnel page to send your fans to, or you may not. Keep that in mind when choosing the start of your funnel. Remember that the least amount of steps possible to your OnlyFans page is ideal. All right. Then second, your secondary gateway page. All right. So depending on the start of your funnel, you may not be able to send people directly to your OnlyFans page from that site. This is where a secondary gateway page becomes handy. For those not familiar with sites like Linktree or AllMyLinks, they act as places where you can place all of the links you have across the web in one location. What is good about pages like this is that they are not banned by safe for work social media sites typically, since to those sites they are just lists of links and don't contain any adult material on them. These act as great bridge pages for your sales funnel, and you should use them wisely. There's nothing that says you have to list tons of links on these pages. In fact, you can just list one, your OnlyFans page, or that you can only have one of these pages. You can make several and customize them as needed. So keep that in mind. And then third, identify your end goal page. Right? So while for most creators, this is going to be your OnlyFans page, for others, this might be another content site that you sell on as well. But even more so, this should be the page that is most likely to convert for you as far as sales are concerned. If you are a newer creator, it might make sense to funnel people to a free OnlyFans page at this point, where you sell custom content. If you are a more established creator, then it may make sense to send people directly to an OnlyFans paywall subscription page. Make sure to follow your own sales funnel as well after you set it up, to go through the same steps your fans do and make sure that they are being sent to the final goal page that is most likely to have fans take action. If all you do is post bikini pictures on Instagram, for instance, there should be some correlation between that and your OnlyFans page. If they hit your final goal page and don't see your face or bikini pictures, they may just click back, not being sure they are going to get what they want. Be as clear as possible about what is contained on your OnlyFans page in the description on the page that OnlyFans provides. These simple conversion strategies on your end goal page will make a huge difference when it comes to your sales. All right, so how do you use a sales funnel to make more money on OnlyFans? So now that you understand the benefits of having a sales funnel, how can you use it to make more money on your OnlyFans? Ideally, in every situation, you'd be able to just send someone your OnlyFans link and they know exactly what it means. But if you really think about it, your OnlyFans link unto itself doesn't help you sell anything. It doesn't tell anyone what you look like, how much your subscription price is, how much content they get when they subscribe, if you provide PPV or not, etc. So every time you send someone your OnlyFans links, it's a crapshoot on whether they will click on it at all. I've gone over before making your OnlyFans landing page as conversion friendly as possible. But what if they never even bother to click on the link? What would make someone click on your OnlyFans link and be ready to buy as soon as they get there? Well, a well-constructed